I do think Putin has a black belt in judo. I know
he's also 70, right?
Yes,
yeah, but he's KGB 70. That's KGB like regular people 49.
And I know that Elon Musk has dabbled in some weightlifting and taekwondo.
No, taekwondo is not a discipline. That's what you do when you're in the pool.
Elon, I think, would stick to his technical fighting, and Putin would throw
poison
sand in your face and get
like
you.
Blood sport,
you know what I mean? So I mean, like, I thought I'm going with the dirty fighter in this one. I think Putin.
Previously, Tesla hit a market cap of $1 trillion, while Elon was named Person of the Year while also paying a record $12 billion in taxes. While the President of the United States proclaimed that GM and Mary Barra were leading the way when it came to electric vehicles. And in early 2022, the White House held a meeting to discuss the future of EVs with Ford and GM, and as you guessed it, Elon and Tesla did not get an invite.
Now this, President Biden met with the CEOs of General Motors and Ford yesterday. Let's talk about something else, because Elon Musk had a very interesting response to that meeting with GM and Ford. What did he say?
Well, he doesn't like that he wasn't at that meeting because he sells more electric cars than GM and Ford. So he wrote this on Twitter. President Biden is a damp sock puppet in human form. I suppose that means he has no backbone. GM and Ford are union shops. Tesla is not. The point of that meeting with the president was to sell, Build Back Better. Look at all these tax credits that you get, over $12,000. But in the past, Musk has said he does not advocate for Build Back Better. He says his industry does not need the government support.
Yeah, but wait a second. General Motors and Ford are union shops.
Yes.
They get support from the president. They get these extra tax incentives. But Tesla does not. Because it's not a union. That's outright discrimination against a non-union shop.
And that is exactly what's happening. That is why Elon Musk was not at any of these meetings all along at the White House, because Tesla is not and probably won't be a union shop. And that's against what President Biden stands for. And he sells more EVs.
I'm with
pioneer in the
Musk.
space.
Yet again.
Everybody else is trying to catch up.
Give me Musk.
He should have a seat at the table.
Absolutely, he should. Well said, Lauren. I like your opinions.
In other news, Tesla announced a record Q4 earnings.
Sarah, this is a beat on the top and the bottom line for Tesla. We'll give you the key numbers here. First of all, EPS $2.54 for the quarter. In the fourth quarter, the street was expecting $2.36. Revenue much better than expected at $17.72 billion. The street was expecting $16.57 billion. But the one that is going to get a lot of attention, automotive gross margins ex-government credits, 29.2%. At least that's the number we're seeing at this point. The street was expecting at least 28.3%. Those are the Tesla numbers. Again, a beat on the top and the bottom line.
Following the earnings call, the media was upset that Tesla couldn't provide an exact delivery estimate for the coming year.
What do you make of the numbers?
Yeah, I mean, the glaring omission is there's no stated 2021 forecast for deliveries, right? And what Tesla is saying in the release is that they expect to grow deliveries 50% sequentially every year from this point onwards.
Ed, talk to me about that. I'm on page, I think, 9 or 10 on the press release. We know Shanghai was a success. They talk about Berlin. They talk about their next gigafactory here in Texas for the Model Y capacity. Where do you see that next leg of growth when it comes from the product?
Yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due, right? Tesla says in the earnings release that Austin and Berlin will come online this year. They've already started moving machinery into the factory in Berlin. They also confirmed that the Tesla semi-truck, a new product range, a heavy truck, battery electric, will also come to market this year. So they're making progress. It's just it's not happening this week. It's something that will happen by year end and beyond that. And we're all very impatient.
But one statement that flew completely under the radar was made by Master of Coin, Zach Kirkhorn.
In addition to using cash to grow the business as quickly as we can, we have been retiring legacy and high-interest debt.
So as we can see, Tesla has been retiring debt while their cash position has stayed steady. Now, if there was a global recession in the coming years, this would put Tesla in a monumental position of strength. Meanwhile, following the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Elon Musk made the headlines again.
Well, Elon Musk has been praised after helping Ukraine out in a big way. The 50-year-old billionaire owns SpaceX, which operates Starlink, which provides satellite internet access to most of the Earth. After the internet went down in some parts of Ukraine, the country's vice prime minister called on Elon Musk to help secure communication satellites. He tweeted, "Elon Musk, while you try to colonize Mars, Russia tries to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and to address saying Russians stand. Elon responded with some good news. He said Starlink service is now active in Ukraine, more terminals en route. The news is a huge relief to Ukrainians who need the ability to stay in contact with the rest of the world while the country enters another night of attacks from Russia. The official Ukraine Twitter page responded, "Thanks, appreciate it."
As the war raged on, Elon came up with a solution to end the war.
Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk sent a surprising message to Russian President Vladimir Putin today. His tweet, partially in Russian, reads, quote, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine." Likely speaking for many on Twitter, someone replied, "Did you think this through? Or am I missing something?" In response, Musk tweeted, "I am absolutely serious." He even followed up on his initial tweet, tagging the Kremlin and writing in Russian, "Do you agree to this fight?" You're probably wondering, has Russia responded? The answer is yes. The Director General of the Russian Space Agency tweeting back. The Google translation may not be exact, but it said in part, quote, "You little devil, are still young, compete with me, weakling."
So who would win? Elon versus Putin became the main talking point in the media.
I do think Putin has a black belt in judo. I know
he's also 70, right?
Yes,
yeah, but he's KGB
built.
70.
He's
That's
KGB
like regular people 49.
And I know that Elon Musk has dabbled in some weightlifting and taekwondo.
No, taekwondo is not a discipline. That's what you do when you're in the pool.
No, that's Tai Chi.
It's I am thinking about Tai Chi.
Yeah, I was like, taekwondo. Yeah, taekwondo. I think he does jujitsu too, like a little bit. So he's got some
on that one.
But he's almost 70. Listen, here's the thing. Elon, I think, would stick to his technical fighting, and Putin would throw sand in your face and get
like
you.
blood sport,
you know what I mean? So, I mean, like, I'm going with the dirty fighter in this one. I think Putin.
So who would win? Well, let's find out.
You have selected Russia. Round 1. Let us fight.
Winner takes Ukraine.
Poison underwear. Poison underwear.
Crazy tweet. Crazy tweet.
Poison sushi. Poison sushi.
Whatever this is.
I have rubles.
I have Dogecoin.
They are both worthless. Game over. Nobody wins.
Anything Tesla related at this time seemed to make the news and go viral.
All right, so people in an Echo Park neighborhood are upset after a dangerous and illegal stunt involving a Tesla ended in a crash right outside their front doors. This video is going viral, so many people talking about it.
This is not CGI. This is not a movie. This was real life, real air Saturday night in Echo Park when LAPD says the driver of a rented Tesla decided to jump the crest of Baxter Street before coming to a crashing stop.
Oh, it was like, holy shit.
That's pretty much the reaction of everyone who sees the now viral videos recorded by a crowd of spectators just after midnight Saturday.
So following all the recent media noise, there was finally some real news.
It's opening day for Tesla and its electric car factory near Berlin. After 2 years of construction, Tesla's first European factory delivers its first cars today.
This was a forest just 2 years ago, but it was cleared to make way for a massive construction site. Europe's largest factory for electric cars was built on 3 square kilometers of land just outside Berlin. Tesla invested billions of euros into the project. Construction has been quick by German standards, but with some hitches. The factory was built at the company's own risk without waiting for a final building permit. Environmental protests forced Tesla to change plans. A dispute remains about the factory's water supplies. All of these were a source of frustration for Tesla.
I think there could be less bureaucracy. That would be better.
Construction was supposed to be completed in summer 2021, but it took until March this year for that final building permit to arrive, spread out over 23,000 documents.
The notice of approval for this project has been handed over to Tesla today.
Now it can get started. 500,000 cars can be built here per year, with 12,000 employees once everything is fully operational.
Elon Musk busted out his signature dance moves on Tuesday as Tesla officially opened its Gigafactory in Germany, the company's first manufacturing facility in Europe.
So I'm incredibly excited to hand over the first production cars from our incredible team here at Giga Berlin Brandenburg. This is a great day for the factory, and it's. I'd just like to thank everyone who helped. Thank you very much. It's really made a very big difference, and to the community. And Tesla will make sure that this is a gemstone for the area, for Germany, for Europe, and for the world. It's going to be. Every vehicle that we make will be another step in the direction of a sustainable energy future.
So what was the media reaction?
I don't even know what bust a move means, but it means dancing, does it?
I thought it was the name of someone.
But we saw the video of Elon Musk dancing. That's what we're talking about, Adam, as well. And apparently, there are some things you should never do as a middle-aged man. And one, in fact, I want to be sacked on the spot if ever I dance on CNBC. Because, we all recall very uncomfortable scenes of Bill Gates dancing. Yes. Even worse was his partner in crime, Steve Ballmer, who on more than one occasion was a serial, appalling dad dancer on stage at Microsoft events. And now we've got Mr. Musk dancing as well. So I really feel certain things should never happen. We got him dancing? Please never do that again. You've diminished a lot of people's views of you who held you in such high esteem with dancing like that. But seriously, CNBC bosses, if ever I dance on air, just sack me there.
Kramer chipped in with his hot take.
Look, I think we should feel proud that Tesla has gone right to the Capitol and said, you know what, Bavarian Motor Works, take this. People want Teslas. They're not buying your electric cars. Right.
While the Bulls and Bears each gave their takes.
But it's important for three reasons. First, it increases their overall production by 25%. Second is manufacturing in Europe does allow an advantage in terms of gaining market share. There's some cost advantage. And even though they can deliver ultimately lower prices, they can increase profitability. So it's production, market share, and profitability. And so when I would put this all together, I would just kind of go back and think that this is one piece of the puzzle that will keep the momentum going.
I just want to put this in perspective. We think this is really just not news. And let me explain. Toyota has 67 factories across the world, 14 in the U.S. They delivered 10.5 million cars last year. Tesla has 2 factories. This is their 3rd factory. They delivered 937,000 cars last year.
Which means, on average, a Tesla factory produces 3 times more vehicles than a Toyota factory. And keep in mind, Giga Berlin, Giga Austin, and Giga Shanghai could all reach an annual production run rate of 2 million in time. Which means, if this plays out, Tesla will be able to do in 12 to 15 factories what Toyota can do with 67. So to wrap things up, there was a lot of noise. The Biden administration, Ukraine, flying Teslas and dancing comparisons. But the real news was, Giga Berlin has now started production in the backyard of some of the world's most established legacy auto manufacturers. Will this be a wake-up call for them? In the next episode, all eyes turn to Giga Austin as Tesla opens yet another massive factory, while the drama and controversy only continues to escalate. And on a final note, let's have a tour of Giga Berlin. Thank you to the Patreons that support the show, and remember, all content is for educational and entertainment purposes and not financial advice. So till next time, I'll catch you guys soon.